from the buyer's perspective, you should know that. And from the tenant's perspective, you can take some level of solace in the fact that you've got your lease rights, and there's something that if they're going to be altered or changed, that you've got the power to negotiate those rights because you've got a lease contract that secures your rights.
Okay, Ashlee, in the Bay Area, a deposit might be 2 or 3 times the rent.
Yeah, it arguably could be, and just another right that they have, I would say that a lot of tenants aren't aware of, is you have leverage as a tenant. You know, what we talked about earlier, where a seller can get more money, use that. More than likely, they're going to pay you less than they would get if they sold the property without you in there. So you actually have the upper hand, and a lot of tenants don't think that, and they should. Yeah, and seeking legal advice would tell you that, because we would say, hey, this guy is better off selling the property without you. Let's start a conversation, and that needs to happen early.
Okay. Now the conversation we're speaking about is I will leave early if I would receive 4, 5, 7 months rent.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It could be a substantial amount. You would be surprised what people pay in a competitive market.
Now, during the Great Recession, we call that cash for keys. The
Right.
banks started offering cash for keys to get the people out of the building.
Right. We still use the same term to describe those agreements, cash for keys.
Yeah.
And it's literally because the way they're orchestrated, you get your money, your cash payment as the tenant when you deliver the keys to the landlord. And so that's why we call it cash for keys. And it is very powerful, especially in rent-controlled jurisdictions where the tenant can leverage their position oftentimes substantially because the impact on value is so high. We've seen cases where if the tenant's able to catch, especially the landlord, in a misstep, buyouts can reach beyond $50,000 for a single tenant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.